Routine machine. You know, I am a hardcore routine machine. I love my routines. It keeps me scheduled throughout the day, and I couldn't really live without it. I mean, I don't see how somebody can go throughout their day without having a schedule, okay? And the earlier that you get up, as I always say, the more, everybody always thinks about having more time at the end of your day after everything is done. But it's kind of like your day is kind of like driving a car, right? There's always going to be traffic. There's always going to be like these random things that happen throughout the day that you're not planning for. So if you get up earlier in the day, you can get what you need done personally done. So in short and in long, I'm going to be going to Brazil for like 2.5 weeks, and it's going to completely throw off my routine. As far as exercising and jiu-jitsu and everything else goes. And it's not that it's all bad, but it's just something really, really hard that I live by, that I've been doing since the Army. It's a challenge. It's a serious challenge, but I learned something very important recently from a really great guy. Again, back to Eddie, black belt, silverback jiu-jitsu. And he was telling me, in life, you got to start turning O's into E's. Meaning, instead of saying, for whatever reason, right? Oh, I don't got to go to church. I get to go to church. Okay? I have an opportunity to do that. I don't got to exercise. I get an opportunity to exercise. I don't got to go to Brazil. I get an opportunity to go to Brazil. And what can I get accomplished? What can you get accomplished by breaking your routine? Maybe different things will pop up. Your point of view and perspective and things will shift in different ways to help you out. That's not being optimistic. I think optimism is dumb. That's like thinking things get better for no reason, okay? But what I'm saying is you should be seeking and looking for ways and opportunities when your circumstances change. When you're in different positions, you think differently, just like jiu-jitsu, right? And he brought that to my attention. I was so thankful for him saying it. So now I'm really, really looking forward to going to Brazil, because I get an opportunity to think different. I get an opportunity to appreciate coming back even more. And it'll make me even more motivated when I get home. Back to Texas, Yeah, I feel like a break in routine. I hate to say it. I really, really do. But I feel like it might even be needed or necessary. This way, at the very least, you'll be more appreciative for the routine that you got. And guess what? When I get back from this trip to Brazil, I'll work even harder. Okay? Because I'll be, again, more thankful for the opportunity. I won't think I got to get something done. I'll think I get the opportunity to get this done. And I only get this one day. You don't really get one day every day. All right? So why not make, how everybody says, like, make the most of something? Why not make more than the most of something? Imagine that concept. Think about that. You're not just making the most of the day. You're making more than the most of it. Meaning, you're exceeding your expectations of what you thought was possible in the course of one day, adding on to that, and getting that accomplished, that being your day. Hearing about that, thinking about that makes me motivated. Again, not necessarily to just go there, but more importantly to come back, because it can put, I remember one time I went to Brazil for like a vacation for like 2 weeks, and I came back and I literally wrote an entire hour, well, a whole year's worth of stand-up comedy. And I was on fire, right? And again, maybe you could call it like a semi-panic mode, like I got to get something accomplished. And it's like a condensed period of me getting a lot of things done, but in a different way. And when I came back, it really did like revolutionize and ramp up to 2.0 of everything that I'm doing. And since then, I've been even more on fire. So again, it's like something that I don't really want to go through, but I'm always appreciative, because now, again, thanks to Eddie, black belt, silverback jiu-jitsu, the point of view and perspective that I have of going is completely different, because now I get an opportunity to evaluate, reevaluate, condense options, get better, and then once I'm back on this trip, be an even enhanced version of myself than before I left. And goal setting is what makes it all possible, but it starts with that point of view and perspective. And man, I'm telling you, turning O's into E's. I texted him right after. I was like, dude, that was such a great, a great thing that he told me. And I was just so thankful for it. So that's what's going on. Maybe I said something that sort of sparks a little bit of motivation in your life. And just remember, it only takes an ember. It only takes like a spark to start a fire, right? And that's one of the biggest keys and goals that I look for, not just every single day, but for long periods. And that little, wick of a fire, that little piece sparked me up. And I was like, oh, shit. So with that being mentioned, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Benja Well Done. Check me out. Peace.